Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and another video, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. I know I've had a few new subscribers since having Emmy, so yeah, this is my video of my birth and labour story. I hope you enjoy it. It was a very positive experience and I enjoyed every minute apart from the pain, but no pain, no gain, and the pain was 100% worth it. So this is Emmy Bloom Parker. Here she is. Oh, there she is. She was £8.1, born on the 1st of December 2022 at 7:37 a.m. So she is a little dot to me. So there she is, snoozing away. It was such a different experience this time than it was with the boys, an opposite experience. I have obviously, after I talk now, inserted clips of some of the start of labour, little bits in hospital, and there is a little bit of an explanation as to what happened, so I will give you a backstory before that. But yeah, basically in a nutshell, what happened was, I mean, weeks leading up to my labour, I thought I was going into labour. Like, I had so many signs. I felt like I was going into labour every time I had some pains or the pressure down below. Just things kept happening where I was like, oh, I'm going to go into labour, I'm going to go into labour, and then it just wasn't happening. So obviously I had to just try and get my head around that it'll happen when it happens, and I've done it before and I know that they come when they're ready. And I was scheduled to see my midwife not until 41 weeks, and before that I was 39 weeks, which made it a bit harder for me to wait, because I was thinking I just want to see my midwife so I can get a sweep, or she can at least examine me at 40 weeks and check if I am dilated. So at around 39 plus 5, my midwife offered me a sweep for when I was after 40 weeks. Literally the day before, she messaged me saying I could fit you in tomorrow. So I was like, great. So she came to my house, did the sweep on the Tuesday, and oh, baby girl, did the sweep on the Tuesday. And she said I was 2 centimetres, but I could be stretched to 4 centimetres. So it gave me a bit of hope, because I thought, well, from 4 centimetres, you're pretty much actively going into labour. So I had the sweep, carried on with my day, made the boys tea, and then it was getting later on and I started having tightenings, but not painful ones, just regular tightenings. Didn't think much of it. And then it got to around 8 o'clock, I think, and I went to the toilet and there was blood. So I had a bloody show, which I've never had with the boys before. I never lost my mucus plug or anything else. So I was like, what is this? Is this normal? Is this a bloody show? So I sent it to the group chat, my friends, and I was like, does this look like a bloody show? And they were like, yeah. So I sort of just waited, still didn't get any pains or any signs or anything. And then about an hour later, I felt my waters go a little bit and they were gradually just going. I stood up and then I felt a little bit of a gush, went to the toilet, could feel it coming out, and I was like, I've never also experienced that before. It's always been my waters have gone when I'm in established labour. Hey, are you windy? Oh, there's the little noises. So after that, I was just sort of waiting around to see if my contractions would start, and they didn't. So I called my mum, because she would need to be here for the boys anyway. The boys were in bed at this point, and she just said, I'll come round anyway, I'll sleep on the sofa just in case you're going to labour and you need to go to the hospital. So she came round. I rang the hospital meanwhile and told them what was going on, and they said, well, just come in anyway, we can see where you're at, examine you, see if you're any further on and everything else. So that was that. and went to hospital. Got there, I think we got there about 10:30, if I remember rightly. And I do explain this later on. I've just put a sort of story on the screen in between the clips, so I won't go into it too much because you can read it there. But I basically was examined and I was 2 to 3 centimetres dilated, so I'd not progressed any more than the day before. No, that day. Sorry, I had the sweep that day, so it was the same day as earlier on. So she said you can either stay here and see if you progress, you can go home and come back. We can see if you can be induced, because obviously your waters have gone, so you will need to be within the next 24 hours. So I just waited around at the hospital, bounced on the ball, walked around, managed to dilate naturally, and then it all progressed from there. So it does tell you further on, so I'm not going to obviously talk through it all because you'll see it there anyway. But it was just such a positive experience. From then on, my contractions just progressed and she was born at 7:37. But it was just so quick. Like, obviously my other birth with Albie previously, that was very quick. That was 4 hours from start to finish, and I just made it to hospital. So I did think it would be quick this time, but because it started quite slow with like the waters going, the mucus plug, then no contractions, I was like, how long is this going to take? But once I started getting regular contractions, that was it. Like, even my midwife was shocked. She was like, oh, you ready to push now? You ready to push now? And she didn't even have like anyone there to write down the times of when I head crowned, when she came out. So my partner Jamie was there with the pen and she was like, write this time down, write that time down. And he's like, okay. So it was all a bit of a whirlwind. And once I am ready to push, I push with all my might, because when you're in that that sort of time of pain of the transition stage, you just want to meet your baby. And I was just absolutely focused and convinced that I wanted to get her out as quickly as possible. So I head crowned at 7:35 a.m. and she was born at 7:37. So I pushed her out within 2 minutes, and I think it was like 2 massive pushes. But yeah, we are just really enjoying our newborn bubble now. It's just the best feeling ever. The support I've had over on Instagram has been amazing. Everyone has been so lovely. And I think everyone's just genuinely happy for us, because obviously I've had 2 boys and now I've had a baby girl, and it has just finished off our family perfectly. So feeling really blessed and happy to have her in my arms, because this time last week she was still in my tummy. I think it was this time last week that I had I was having the sweep tomorrow, then she was born on the oh no, it's Wednesday today, so yeah, this time last week I will have been having the sweep in like a couple of hours, and then she is a week old tomorrow. So yeah, time is going fast but also really slow, because I feel like she's been here forever, and I'm just trying to get on as normally as possible, because obviously I've got the boys and we've got Christmas coming up, we've got Albie's birthday on the 15th, so we need to obviously be aware of that. And yeah, it's just been a whirlwind, but we are so lucky, and I feel so blessed to have had another positive birth experience. If you are watching this and you're due to have your first baby, your second, your third, your fourth, just don't be scared, don't be worried. At the end of the day, your body is made to do it, and as much pain as you may be in, or you may not, it depends obviously how you deal with the pain, it is 100% worth it, because when your baby is in your arms, wow, the feeling is a feeling you've never had before in your life, and that is the last time I will ever get it. So I am cherishing every single moment with baby girl, with little Emmy. But yeah, she's been great so far. She's fine through the night. We do formula feed. I formula fed with both of my other boys, formula feeding with her, and she has about 3 ounces on average each feed. It can be 2 to 3 ounces about every 4 hours ish. And in the day she's really chilled. Like, she's a week old, she just sleeps, she literally just sleeps. So it's easy for now. But yeah, the boys are absolutely obsessed. I do have some clips of the boys, which I'm going to insert in my next video. My next video is going to be the first week with baby girl and the boys, just what we got up to. It'll just be a little montage because I've just taken bits here and there. So you can see the boys meeting her, which was just so heartwarming, and they are obsessed with her. Like, at the minute they've gone the right way rather than the way of being jealous and acting up. They're actually really caring. They can't wait to see her on a morning. They help me. As soon as I say I'm going to change her nappy, Albie goes and grabs her nappy caddy and gets everything for me. Spencer's just really big brother vibes now, and he's just loving life. So yeah, just getting used to a family of 5, which sounds crazy, but so lucky, as I mentioned. So now I'm going to insert the clips of, I did manage to film when I was starting labour when my waters had gone. So you'll see me talking a bit about that. And then it goes into the hospital, and then there's some footage from the hospital. That's all inserted. And then I've obviously given you an overview of the labour. It tells you a little bit more in depth, just written down on some clips that you will see. That's why I haven't said too much, because then I'm repeating myself. But I hope you enjoy the next couple of minutes of the video, and please like this video and subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Bye. Hi. I had my sweep at 3 o'clock and it's now 9:30, and I've lost my mucus plug. I've had loads of blood, well, a bloody show, and I've had regular tightenings, but not painful. So now I'm just waiting. I've sent pictures in the group chat because I'm like, I've never lost a mucus plug or had like a bloody show or anything with the boys. It just, I had contractions, went to hospital, waters went and they came. So I'm like, oh my God, and I've rang the hospital. They've said obviously to keep an eye on it. So I've been in the shower and got all fresh, got my underwear on, got a pad on. Gonna see how it goes. I can feel cramps now. I wonder if, I think they'll probably intensify really quickly maybe, because they're not painful yet. And yeah, I'm excited, but I'm worried. Well, I'm scared because the last 2 weeks I've had so many signs that she's coming and then she doesn't. So I'm just hoping it's not false hope. But yeah, keep you posted.